MrsSperry.com presents It's or Its. The question is when to use an apostrophe. It's, without an apostrophe, is a word that shows possession. If we see a male wearing a hat, we speak about his hat. If we see a female wearing a bow, we speak about her bow. If we see a dog and we do not know whether the dog is male or female, we speak about its tail. If we see a balloon, which has no gender, we speak about its string. These pictures should help you remember when not to use an apostrophe. A dog's tail can look like an apostrophe, but to show possession, we never use an apostrophe. We talk about its tail without an apostrophe. Dogs are very smart. That's why dogs chase their tails. They are trying to make that tail that looks like an apostrophe disappear. It's with an apostrophe means either it is or it has. Like sentence number 1, it is raining, and sentence number 2, it has been raining since noon. I may shorten those sentences by writing with an apostrophe, it's raining. Or in sentence number 2, to mean it has, it's again with an apostrophe, it's been raining, and I won't write the whole sentence, you get the idea. Let's try a sample sentence. Its cord is broken. Now we need to decide whether or not we need an apostrophe. So we'll put the sentence right here because we don't know whether it goes in this column because it's like the dog that tries to make the apostrophe disappear, or if it's like this column where it needs a raindrop. It needs an apostrophe. If the sentence belongs in the right-hand column, then we said that it needs a raindrop apostrophe if it means it is or it has. So let's write out the sentence. It is cord is broken. That's one possibility. The other possibility is it has cord is broken. That's another possibility. Does that make sense? Here's why it doesn't. It is cord is broken has a verb repeated. It has cord is broken has a verb, has two verbs where it doesn't need it. So we do not need an apostrophe for its cord is broken because we do not mean it is cord is broken, and we do not mean it has cord is broken. So if we do not mean either of these two sentences, and we cannot put the sentence in this column, that means that we must put it over here. Is there a possibility where something could own or possess or have a cord? And the answer is, of course. A television set could have a cord, and the television set could be not working because the cord is broken. Let's try another sentence. It's fun to draw. Where should we put this sentence? Is it more like its cord is broken, where something owns something else or has something else? Or is it more like a sentence that requires it is or it has? Let's try writing the sentence as it is fun to draw. Does that make sense? Is that a perfectly acceptable sentence? Yes, it is. That tells us that this sentence does belong in the right-hand column, but we need an apostrophe for our its. It's fun to draw. These two sentences are equal. They mean the same thing. That's how we know in which column to place our sentence. I'm concluding the video with a few more examples. In this sentence, its does not need an apostrophe because the sentence says its last page was missing. Its apparently refers to a book. Perhaps earlier in a paragraph they were talking about a book being damaged, and then the last sentence says its last page was missing. In another book, the sentence "the lion chases its prey" appears. In this case, the prey is possessed by the lion who's about to catch it. In this sentence, its needs an apostrophe because it means it is hard to find a needle in a haystack. In this sentence, it's been a long time since I've seen my grandmother. Its needs an apostrophe because it means it has. It has been a long time since I've seen my grandmother.